Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Soph.
I'm Gaynor.
And today we're going to do the Disturbed Land of Confusion. And I feel like you know this song, whereas
So Land
I'm
of
not sure.
Confusion was by a band called Genesis that I absolutely loved, and the first time I went to see them in concert was actually in Toronto, and they were absolutely amazing. I love Phil Collins.
What are the, like when were they about, if that makes sense?
Well, I got to know them in like the 80s.
Okay,
But I'm sure they were going way before that. They're probably like in the 70s that they were they were about. But they had some really, really good songs.
Yeah.
And Peter Gabriel was one of their singers.
Yeah.
And he sang Sledgehammer, which was another one of my favourite songs.
Sledgehammer.
But Disturbed have done a few covers, haven't they? We
Yes.
watched...
yeah. We watched the, what was it called now? The Western one.
Yeah, we watched... what's it called? Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah.
I've come to talk with you again. Sound of Silence.
Sound of Silence. Yes.
So
yeah.
so
We've done
see,
Sound of Silence.
So we see them do that.
Yes. And I'm sure that Western one as well. Or was that what it was in?
No, I think that one was the a cappella group, wasn't it? So I think you're getting a little bit confused. So we did the Sound of Silence was when he was singing on the David Letterman show, I think it was, and it was just him with that real deep voice. And then the other ones we watched was the a cappella ones.
Yes, I'm getting confused. Yeah. Which is
this is him with the really, really deep voice.
I like that actually.
Yeah, he's got a real kind of rock voice.
Right, I get you.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that real like deep voice. I'm like, how do you go like that?
Yeah.
Gritty and deep.
Yeah. So I had the on the Genesis album, I had the LP.
Yeah. See, what I don't understand what the difference between a record and an LP.
So if you bought one song, it was like a 7-inch.
Yes, I've seen them smaller ones like that big.
And then if you wanted the whole album,
it
would be an LP. So it was like a big one, and it probably had like 8 songs on it.
Yeah, because I've got bigger ones.
Yeah. So
home.
you call them albums.
Yeah.
So it would be called an LP.
An LP.
Yeah.
And then what's the smaller ones called?
Just a 7-inch, I think. Just a single.
Would you say, I've got the single?
The single.
Or their LP?
Yeah. That's what I would say, yeah.
Get it?
I sound blooming old now, don't I?
No.
I'll be having this conversation with Aidan as well. He'd be like, what?
Yeah, whereas I love it all, me.
In fact, actually, I remember I've still got a box of records, and I remember saying to Aidan, look at my records, and he took them out and he was like, what are these? And I went, it's like a record. And he went, yeah, but what do you do with that? I said, you put it on a record player and you bring it across and it just blew his mind. He couldn't get it. And even when I showed him the LP.
Was he interested? Was he like, I want to know more? Or...
No, not at all. He was like, whoa. And even
use Spotify.
Yeah, but even because I've still got like an old record player, and when you put it on, it starts off like proper crackly. Declan would be interested. He's kind of more interested in learning about like what happened when we were like younger.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes we find stuff in drawers like old mobile phones and even like the telephone. Like when I said to him, like, how would you call me if you had to call on that? And he was like, I don't know. I'm like, well, how do you think? Tell me. He's like, I don't know. Whereas Declan would kind of think, right, well, if it's a 2, you put your finger in and dial it round.
Whereas
Aidan would just give up straight away. I have to think about something.
He's like a proper like modern day.
He's a proper modern day kid.
Technology. Yeah. But should we start? Start listening. So Disturbed Land of Confusion.
But I can hear the marching feet.
remember being a young child and loving that song, but not actually knowing what the meaning was.
No.
Like when we watch that video, it tells you that, you know, that song was wrote probably in the 80s, and nothing in this world has changed. We're still all living together, but not in harmony.
Yeah, that is very, very true.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good song that I've never ever heard of that song before.
Yeah, it's a really good song, but at the time it didn't occur to me what the song was about. It was just words that were singing, and it was a good song.
Yeah, you like
now
the
it's
tune.
It's a lot more meaningful, and it just proves that, you know, all this time later,
nothing's really changed, and it's sad.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, it's interesting. Did it sound the same, the original? Did it sound very similar, or was it?
It sounded very similar, but his voice is a lot deeper and a lot more, I would say, like, you know, Phil Collins did an amazing job of singing it.
Yes, yeah. But it's just a different vibe.
It's I think it was a lot more heartfelt. I remember when I used to sing along, it was like a happy song. That one was kind of a lot deeper, and especially with the video. It's kind of,
thank you for watching along, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you haven't liked and subscribed already, we'd really appreciate it if you did. And we will see you next time. Bye.